Well, hello out there, all my DIY artsy crafty friends and family. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello, I'm Dee, aka the Messy Perfectionist. And on this channel, I'm sharing my love and learning for all things artsy crafty related. And lately, the big focus has been a new journey to me in adult coloring. And I've been having a lot of fun sharing all of that with you guys. I mostly started this channel because I believe that every person does have some spark of creativity within them that maybe they have yet to explore or nourish in some way. And I hope that by sharing my own journey of an experience that I will inspire you to maybe try something new, create something that you've wanted to try creating, and do it with love and intention and without judgment against yourself. So with that said, welcome to our little judgment-free creative safe space in my corner of the internet, where I'm hoping we can share and maybe learn something together. In today's video, I am sharing a page I completed out of Kerby Rosanes' book, Worlds Within Worlds. It is the snow globe page, and what I wanted to share in this video was how I created a kind of Stormy Nebula type background using my new to me NeoColors IIs for the first time on an adult coloring page. So sit back and relax, feel free to color along if you'd like. If you do try this out with me, let me know in the comments down below how it came out, and do you love these Caran d'Ache NeoColors IIs as much as I do? Because I sure do. If you are interested in seeing a full swatch of all of these guys, I will link the video up above. I did recently do one. And as per usual, I'll talk periodically throughout the video, followed by some music throughout. But before we begin, I do ask that you please, if you see something you like, or hear something you like, or feel inspired in some way during this video and would like to see more from me or support me in some way, please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that like button, share, comment, notification bell, all that good stuff, as it really will help to grow my little channel. And I am enjoying so much creating content for you guys and sharing my experience. I appreciate you all so much for doing all of those things, along with taking the time to watch the video to the end. You guys are all awesome, and I hope you enjoy it. Here we go. So I'll be honest, I really was not sure what I was going to do with this page, and this was a full-on experimentation using these NeoColors. because all I had ever done previously with them was swatching. And originally I was going to test them out on a separate sheet of paper and do all those things, but I just kind of wanted to give them a go and see how they all blended out together. And I was very pleasantly surprised, but there was a learning curve to it. I kind of did these dark edges that you're seeing I'm working on now, and I guess in my head I thought they would blend out a little bit easier, and they didn't do what I maybe originally thought that they would do. So I just moved in a different direction, and that's why I'm called the messy perfectionist, because I've said this before, but for some reason with my art, I have to just let it flow. And a lot of the times, things that I have in my head and coming out a certain way may not come out that way, and I just have to go with it. And most of the time, I wind up creating something I'm happy with if I just let go and stop trying to control the art and let the art just flow, if that makes sense to anybody out there. So yeah, that's why you see me kind of messing around with this so much. And I was just showing a picture of all of the kind of crayon that got on my hand. So yeah, if you handle these and your hand gets wet or whatever, you will get it all over your hands, but it is very easy to just wipe off with a paper towel. So that's good. And then yeah, I just kind of started going in with various layers to see how it would layer out, and ended up being very happy with the outcome, and am excited to use these more and more in my coloring projects. So you guys can see here, see how the corners are very kind of sharp, I guess. This is what I meant when I had said earlier that they weren't blending the way that I expected. I wasn't sure what I was expecting, but I think in my head I was picturing like more of a gradient. And so I decided to go ahead and go with like a nebula type image, and just did layer after layer between dark and lights, and really like the outcome and how it came out. And it was also a good fun experiment for me. I know I've already said that term, but it was a good way for me to try these out and see how they would layer. Of course, I wouldn't advise using one of your beautiful pages in your favorite book to do this, but I don't know, I just kind of wing things sometimes and hope for the best. And so that's what I did. And because these need so little water to move around, it really didn't warp the page too bad. I was pretty impressed with that. And there was no bleed through or, messing through to the other side of the paper, which is nice because if you guys have Kerby's books, you know that they are double-sided. So, you can't use your alcohol markers and such. And most of us like using a few different mediums on our pages. We all have our favorite, but generally we like to mix and match a little bit. So yeah, these are a great option for sure. this was probably my favorite part of doing the background. I loved how that light pink just laid perfectly over all of that dark pigment and stood out, yet pulled everything together because of its opacity and its blending capability. And I felt like at this point I was really starting to see, like, it looked almost like storm clouds, or as I mentioned, kind of a stormy nebula. You guys have all seen those pictures, I'm sure, of galaxy where it looks like it's cloudy and it's just beautiful nebula, and that's what I felt like I was getting from doing the layering in this way. So at this point I'm just adding in a little bit of yellow highlight to give it more of that deeper appearance of a nebula rather than just a stormy sky, and felt like between adding that little bit of teal that you saw me doing previous to this and then adding in the yellow really helped create that. You can see the difference if you look at the two sides. And then I'm just about done using the NeoColors, and I will show you guys all of the final touches that I did do on the globe and on this page with my gel pen. So what I'm doing here is taking my gel pen and just going over parts of the water to kind of lighten up some of that pigment before I go in and put some more detailed lines on those waves to bring out the water. And then I also decided to cover the black line that goes around the globe with the white. I think it looks better in my eyes anyway. I think it turned out prettier and made it a little bit more blended with the background as well. And now, of course, it would not be a nebula if we did not add in some stars. So I went in with the gel pen and tried to concentrate just on the darkest areas, because that's where you would see the stars in, say, a picture image of a nebula. You would see it in those darker spots rather than the light clouds. So I kind of wanted to keep that going. And then I just decided to add in a little bit more white pen here and there and call it good. So as we draw towards the end of this video, I would like to once again thank you all for your support and watching and commenting and liking the video and all of those things. I really appreciate all of you so much. I do hope that you enjoyed watching this process and maybe feel inspired to try something similar or something completely new to you, maybe using a new medium. But until we speak again, remember to always take a little bit of time for yourself, be kind to yourself, and always be kind to others. Bye.